Hey everybody, I don't know how many of you will be able to jump on here. I was planning to do this live tomorrow, but plans change, especially for me. Sometimes things happen a little bit last minute, but I'm excited about this. My husband and I wanted to go to a concert in Nashville originally for our anniversary, and plans just kind of weren't working out. But he asked me this morning if I wanted to try to still go, and so thanks to a certain mama, we're going to do it. So I'm headed to Nashville here in just a little while, and so I'm going to go from my normal just every day to going out. So I'm not going to do a whole lot to that. You know, obviously I've already got my foundation and I've already done all that stuff. I'm just going to tweak it a little bit and make it ready for nighttime. And then of course when I'm done I'll probably mess with my hair and stuff too. And I don't know if you can tell, but you know, I'm a psychopath, so I went ahead and colored my hair last night, so it's pretty dark now. It looks darker in the video than it looks in real life, but you know. But I really like it, and I'm gonna curl it and everything. But to start with, I'll just tweak this makeup a little bit. What I'm excited about though, and what I wanted to show you guys tomorrow, is I got a new palette. It's the Moodstruck Addiction number 4 shadow palette. So this is pretty cool. We've got a range of colors here, from a navy, blues and grays and silvers, golds and browns, all the way to this lightest color, which of course, if you know me well, that'll be in my tear ducts and under on my eyebrows. Not on my eyebrows, under my brows. I like this palette. I haven't gotten a chance to mess with it a whole lot yet, so I'm kind of excited about it. These palettes are $49 right now, I think, on the website. And from what I can tell so far, they're pretty pigmented, well, just like the other stuff that I've used. And just go on so nice and smooth and stuff, so I was really looking forward to kind of messing with that a little bit. And I was going to do it tomorrow, and I didn't want to just not do it, so I figured, well, I'm going to have to redo my makeup today anyway, so I'll just go ahead and do the live today. And I don't know if I'll get anyone hopping on here with me or not, but if you do hop on, feel free to throw me a thumbs up or something. Otherwise, y'all end up catching this on the replay. And good news, I, by accident, found my lip gloss. Yay, okay? I thought I'd lost it, and I was very sad about it, but the Lucrative lip gloss, and this is in the color Luxe. That's the one that comes with the kit, the presenter kit, so I'm so excited to have found my lip stuff. First thing I'm going to do, I don't really need to do this as far as, you know, coverage, because I had my BB cream this morning and it still looks just fine. But just to be safe, I'm going to add a little bit, and I'm kind of just going to focus it in my T-zone area, just for a little bit of additional coverage, since this is sort of a nighttime look. And I am using my fingers. I found that, gosh, it's just, rather than using something else, the BB cream is thick, which I like. And so rather than trying to use any kind of tool, I just use my fingers, and of course they're always handy, so no pun intended. I'm just gonna apply an extra layer of that. Now you'll notice, since it's a little bit lighter, I end up slightly highlighted under my eyes, and here, which is what I'm looking for. Now, I will grab my blush and bronzer, just freshen that up just a little bit. And of course, I put it on very, very, very lightly this morning. was just doing some babysitting earlier, so wasn't really in need of major makeup or anything. So I went very, very light with it. Which I don't like heavy makeup anyway, but if I'm going out and it's a nighttime thing and it's a special occasion, I'll just dress it up a little bit. Do a little bit extra. Okay. So now the face is just freshened up a little bit. Give it a little extra. So now I'm gonna go into the eye area. And this morning I used my other palette and I just used what I usually use for my everyday. So I'm just gonna go right on top of that. I didn't wash it off or anything. Start with my lightest color. Put that in the tear duct. And I just do that regardless of what colors I'm using or what look I'm going with. I always do that. I like the way it looks. It highlights that area, and I think it looks nice and fresh and dewy, you know. And this shade is called Tender, and it's just a pale cream color with a shimmer to it. So it's perfect for this. Just highlighting those brow bones a little bit. Not much to it. Now I'm going to use the next to darkest color called Cheerful. I love that color. It's sort of a teal blue. I'm actually going to put that on my entire lid. Hey, Melissa! And it's actually a nice little, you'll notice I'm a little bit of a dork. I like to kind of match my clothes with my makeup if, you know, if I'm getting dressed on purpose or whatever. So today I decided I would wear this top, which is sort of a pretty much the exact color of this eyeshadow. I don't want to get too matchy, but I kind of like doing that. I think it's nice. So I put this on the entire lid. Bring it up just enough so that that's what will be visible, but I'm blending it very well. I don't want it to be too severe. And get our other eyelid here. Thank you, Melissa. I actually recently learned tight lining, so my eyes are slightly hooded, and I really like the way that looks. And I'm actually going to add a little bit more liner once I'm done with this look with the shadows, because I actually used brown liner this morning, but my pants are black and my shoes will be black, and Danielle's a little compulsive. So I generally don't wear brown eyeliner if I'm wearing black clothing, which is probably kind of silly. I don't think anybody can really tell what color my eyeliner is, but I know. So now I'm going to take this darkest color, Triumphant, just a navy, and I'm going to put that at the bottom of the lash line. Now this could also be used for the crease, but that's not really the look I'm going for. I'm kind of going for a smoky eye look. I'm really loving that lately, especially with the colors that are in this palette, and even my other palette. I'm just really enjoying that smoky look. And generally I use a brown or a purple, but today we're going blues. I'm excited about using my new palette. Hey, Mandy. Okay. I actually have this small fluffy brush, and if I feel like I might not have blended it quite right, I just go over it with this brush. I think blending is super, super important. I don't think you should have any visible lines anywhere. You know, everybody has their own way of doing things, but that's how I like to do it. I'm just putting in all that darkness right there at the lash line. And you'll see I haven't freshened my mascara or anything like that, but it's actually a pretty good look on its own. Now, they have this color called Honest. This is sort of a shimmering gray, silver sort of color. I'm going to try this. Actually, I haven't tried this shade yet. I'm going to put it about right here. Just like basically a little dot right there of it. It'll sort of shimmer and catch the light. And what that does is sort of give your eyelid a little bit of dimension so it doesn't look so flat. Kind of the same thing that people do when they put the lighter color in the center of their lips and the darker color on the edges. It sort of makes them look plumper. And so it's the same sort of effect just on the eyelids. And see, it doesn't really take away from the darkness of it. It just gives it a little bit more dimension. Okay. Now, that's not the brush I want. I'm just going to grab this brush. It's not really meant for it, but it works well for it. This is the cream shadow brush that they sent me. And I'm going to use my Cheerful again, the one that I put on my entire lid. I'm going to go up underneath my lash line. I'm being very careful not to drop it too low. I don't really want to get that look like I slept in my makeup and this is how I woke up kind of look. I just want to bring that color down here a little bit and continue on with that whole smoky eye sort of look. And you'll notice I didn't use the darkest color. I don't want it to be severe. And even this color, I'm going to make sure it's blended well. Okay. So we see what we got going on here. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use black liner. I'm just going to go over what I already did with my brown earlier today. Just put black up here on the top of the lid, very close to the lashes. And then tight lining. Sorry, I lost you for a second there. Does anybody who's on here have any questions for me whilst I'm doing this? Be happy to answer them. Okay. Now, there again, notice I'm not lining the bottom at all. It's that looking severe thing. I don't want to do that. I feel like the softer and more blended the makeup, the more of a youthful look you come out with when you're done. I feel like, and see, I just added that to the edge and I didn't want that. That's not what I was trying to do. But I feel like when things aren't blended and you can see lines and there's severe, harsh colors and stuff, you have to be really careful not to age yourself with those looks. Okay, so now that I did that liner, I'm actually going to take my darkest color and the brush that I used to do my lower lids, or lash line, and I'm going to go on top of that and just add that darkest color over my liner just to further add that shadow right here. And I don't do cat eyes, but right here, sort of drag it out just a tad, not a lot. Okay, now that's kind of your final look. What I am going to do, because I'm not going to add more mascara, I think it's plenty what I already have. I'm going to take my curler and I'm just going to curl with the mascara already applied from this morning, just to bring them back up. Wow, I haven't heard this song in forever. I don't care for it myself. Okay. Now, I did find my gloss, which I'm excited about, but I'm going to try this other color. It's sort of a more matte, dark sort of color. I'm not sure. I haven't put it on in a long time. Okay, and actually, I like that color a lot. I might just add a little bit of my favorite gloss on top of it. Okay. Those brows seem to be growing in for me a little bit. I think that might be due to using this lash serum on both my lashes and my eyebrows. I think it's helping it grow in a little bit thicker and stuff, not having to add quite so much color. So, that's pretty much the look of the makeup here. And we'll get close so you can see. Oh, I feel so silly doing that. So I'm going to mess with my hair now, and if you want to stay on, you're welcome to. But I want a curly look, and this is very straight and flat, so I'm gonna do a little something with this. And if you watched my last video, you know I have issues with creating any volume in my hair. Not very good at it. Just going to add some hairspray to all of it. Just to give it a little bit of staying power. See, that looks better already. I'm also going to take my small curling iron here. I wonder if I'm going to regret doing this. Maybe I ought to do my big barrel. I think I will. I feel like this look kind of calls for, you know, a bigger sort of see. It's almost 3 o'clock, so I have a little bit more time. Gotta make sure I get my house all cleaned up and ready. Alright. Purely just staying live now in case anybody on here has any questions about the makeup or anything. Just in case. Okay. I'm going to try and give it some volume. We'll make our attempt. I think I'm going to I don't use my big barrel very often. I used to use it all the time. But it's, to me, it's a little bit more difficult to make it the shape that you're looking for, you know? So I don't use it very much. So I feel like I can't get right down there at the roots like I can with a smaller barrel. And I actually straightened my hair this morning. I have this straightening brush, so between my BB cream and my straightening brush this morning, I get ready in about 10 minutes, hair and all. I just love it if I don't have to spend a lot of time in front of this mirror. I read something on Facebook, and it was actually an ad for makeup. It wasn't Unique, it was some other brand. But they were talking about having more time to spend with your family and do the things that matter and all that. And it was funny because normally I wouldn't really think much of an ad like that, but with this Unique makeup, I'm finding, though I've always been pretty simple about things, I'm finding that I have more time. Getting ready doesn't, it just doesn't take as long, and it's not as stressful, and there's not as many hiccups along the way. It seems to always be reliable and work just the way it's supposed to. And like on Sunday mornings, we got a lot going on, and used to, I'd be stressed trying to do my makeup and hair and still be able to get the kids ready and make breakfast for them before church and all that stuff. But now that I'm using this makeup, gosh, it just goes so much smoother and quicker. I don't know, it just takes a lot of the hassle out of all of it. Okay. The whole purpose of this is just to give it a little bit of a bend, hopefully to give it a tiny bit of volume. I don't know, this makeup look sort of makes me feel a little bit, I don't know, retro or something. So I want to kind of do that retro-y sort of look. Plus my hair's shorter now, so a little bit easier to get a little bit of volume in there, and doesn't take as long. Something like this. And I found when my hair was really long, I couldn't really do it this way. It's kind of like either do it, curly, or you do it straight, and the in-between doesn't end up looking very good, But see this sort of thing that I created here. Now, so I wish it had a little bit more body to it, but that's sort of what I was looking for there to create. Gosh, I kind of like this brown. I've been vaguely blonde for years now, actually. When I was younger, I used to dye my hair brown. My natural color is like a real dark blonde. And I do highlights like every, few months or something, and I do it myself. And for about 3 years, my hair was the same. Just variable on the length of it or whatever, because I'd cut it occasionally or whatever, but it looked pretty much the same color-wise for the longest time until I messed it up around Christmas time. I've pretty much just been trying to fix it ever since. And every time it seems like it's fixed, it just doesn't last. This color, I guess it kind of washes out. But I got some shampoo that hopefully will keep it from washing out so quickly this time. And when I colored it last night, I went ahead and just went pretty dark, because my hair had decided it was going to be this awful, like, golden blonde, orange, bronzy sort of color, and oh, I just didn't like it. So, okay. That's pretty much what I think that's pretty much what I'm looking for. Give me one more spray here. Okay. Okay, so there's our look. I think we're totally ready now. So, I'll see you guys soon. A new product is coming out May the 1st. We got our 4D mascara that launches, and I've just heard really good things about it. So I'll let y'all know what else I hear about it, or if there's any extra info that I can post. But please inbox me if you have a question or anything, and also if there's someone you know that will be interested in these videos or is interested in the makeup, or even somebody who thinks they might be able to you know, do what I do. It's been a really cool experience so far, and I'm enjoying it. It's sort of helped me loosen up a little bit, kind of just as a person, so I think that's pretty cool. But mainly, you know, I'll see you guys next time. Love ya.